Okay, so we have created course schedules, and we can display occurrences based on the schedule, and we can manually create lessons. And now we are going to add a button to be able to generate lessons based on the dates of the occurrences. So first of all, we're going to add, let's say, a controller method to generate lessons. We're going to do it in our courses controller because we're generating lessons for a course. Okay, so let's say def generate lessons, and in generating lessons we want to have the current course. So we will add set course. We will add generate lessons as a method inside the before action set course. So we will be able to find the add course for generate lessons. Okay, we've added this method and it is empty for now. Now let's make this method available in our routes. So we will go to our config. In config we have routes, and here we have our resources. Now in resources courses we'll type do, and inside do we will say member do, and we will say patch, and we will patch this generate lessons. Okay. Now member do basically says that we have the course ID. And if we didn't have member do, we wouldn't be able to get the course ID here. So let's see this route in our routes. Let's say /routes, and let's find generate lessons. And you see, thanks to member do, we have this courses ID, and the method is patch, so it's kind of update. Okay, now let's add a link to generate lessons course path to our courses index. Let's go to our views. We have courses index, and inside of a course we will have a button to generate lessons. Table header, generate lessons. Oh, actually, let's make it just inside the occurrences field. So under the occurrences, we will say equals link to generate lessons. It will be generate lessons course path, and we need to pass the add course. Okay. And let's see. So we have this link to generate lessons. Now, if we press, we get no route messages courses 1 generate lessons. Okay. And this is because we didn't mention the method patch in our link. So in the link, we will say, comma, method patch. Okay, now I refresh. I go to courses index page. I'll press generate lessons, and the button works, but nothing happens because this method is empty. So let's say redirect to add course. Notice generate lessons. Okay, so just to show that the method works. So I press, I'm redirected to this course, and I get this generate lessons. Okay, looks fine. And now we are actually going to generate lessons. We are going to write the logic, the brains of this generate lessons method. So let's see. We have the course schedule, and we want to generate lessons based on these occurrences. So let's say at course dot. Let's see how we will display the occurrences. So we'll say coach schedule occurrences, each do occurrence. And we will create a lesson for each of the occurrences. Now we'll have an end statement here. And let's see how we're going to create the lessons. We will say that the course has many lessons. Also, course has many lessons. Looks fine. So course has many lessons. And how are we going to generate the lessons? So we said that course has many lessons, and we'll have course.lessons.find or create by. It's for us not to just create duplicate lessons. Find or create by, and we're going to create a lesson with start will be this occurrence time. Then what else do we have in lesson? We have user will be at course.user. Then we have classroom. It will be at course.classroom. And what else do we have? User, classroom, course, and start. And the status will be planned by default. Okay, so we are trying to create the lessons. Let's see if this works. I refresh. I press generate lessons. Let's say for this course that has actually weekly on Mondays and Thursdays. I press this button, generate lessons. Okay, I go to lessons, and the lessons were generated. Actually, yes. So we have 9 lessons. Let's press generate once again. Did anything happen? Yes, we have 17 lessons. So this kind of works. We've written a basic method to generate lessons. Now, what have we done? We've added an action in our controller, generate lessons. We've added the path to it in our routes, and we've added a link to generate lessons in our lessons index. And we've written that we want to display each occurrences for the next month and create lessons based on these occurrences. But why does why do we just generate new lessons each time when we press the generate lessons button? Because the start time is updated to the time now each time we display the occurrences. So the time that is invisible here is updated. Maybe we will see it if we remove this strf time. So you see, each time I update the page, the time is updated. And that's why we regenerate the lessons based on the newly updated time. And that's an error that we are going to work on further.